Hey y'all, it's me again, eikaneeru, or Eika for short, your friendly neighborhood medium, oracle, and artist. Out here talking to spirits, sharing what they tell me, and making shit in the process, okay? And I'm here today with another pick a card message on what to love about yourself. On what to love about yourself. That's as simple as I can put it. I actually started setting up on, I started to set up a reading on like love life messages, right? Messages for your love life. But, as I was setting up, my spirits redirected me. It was like, no, the people need to know what to love about themselves. So I don't know what your situation is, your circumstances, if you're feeling unloved, you're feeling kind of like distant or out of love with yourself in any kind of way. Or maybe, what I'm saying, you're feeling yourself. Maybe, you're loving on yourself in the ways that you need to, or you have love surrounding you, and you are very, very aware of the love that you have inside of you, or the things that you love about yourself, or whatever. Maybe you just want some affirmation. Maybe you just want someone to say it back to you, or your spirit wants to confirm that as well. So yeah, we had three piles to choose from today, so that you can receive the message on what to love about yourself. And wait, before we get into that though, I do want to say hello to anybody who is new here. If you have no idea who the hell it is that I am or whatever, hello. I'm glad we get to meet this way, and I hope that you enjoy the ride. If you are somebody that I know, or you know what I'm saying, you've been lurking and reviewing my stuff on the, on the side, hey to y'all too. I hope that these messages that we're going to get into is very affirming and gives you the insight and the guidance that you need, like I said, on what to love about yourself. And if it does, I would very much so love the validation of a like. Even more validation if you're a bit more bold, right? If you really want to kick it, I encourage you to leave me comments. Tell me how things go. All of those things, I will read them and I will respond to them. And if you know me, it may take me a second to respond, but I will respond. You can also, as time goes on, if you feel the need to and you don't want to be in the comments about your business, you can definitely share a story with me in the link in the description box under strawberry letters. I am taking those. You can also use that. I will read those, but I may not respond. I may or may not respond. It just depends. I'm a little slow when it comes to emails, but I will read them. You can also use the strawberry letters in the box to request a topic, to ask a question or something, and I may answer it on the channel. Okay, so if you do that, I do ask that you you can subscribe so that you can know when that video goes up. So without further ado, all right, the overview of the piles for pile 1, right? We have this purple rose that I painted. I painted all of these like a while ago. It was my attempt at painting roses. And I feel like they kind of encouraged the message to be what it was today too. Because like I said, it was going to be love life messages. They were like, And I feel like the rose can be such a good flower for helping you to uncover the layers that you love about yourself. So anyway, pile 1's rose is this purple rose, this deeper purple rose. Pile 2's rose is this red, luscious rose. I don't know why I was going to say rose. And then for pile 3, we have, my bad, I'm trying to look and do a lot of stuff. But for pile 3, we have this, it's like very pale, like lilac purple rose here for you to choose from. Okay, so I'm going to give you a second to choose the pile. If you need more time, please pause the video. But other than that, I will meet you at your pile, y'all. Alright, pile 1. Messages on what to love about yourself. I'm really excited for this one. I'm really excited. Like I said, it wasn't my original plan to do one about this, or to do this topic, but I'm happy. I'm happy that it chose me to do for y'all. So for pile 1, you chose the purple rose. My bad, I was looking out the window, y'all. Let me see if there's anything coming up from the rose. We'll see. We'll see. Pile 1. Pile 1. Oh my gosh. I ain't even gonna hold you. This is kind of wild. Okay, I'm getting a few different messages, and I'm gonna just start going, because you ain't gotta know tarot. But anyway, I'm gonna just start going. But for pile 1, what is there to love about yourself? You definitely know how to, like, I don't want to say tame your emotions, because that's not really what is happening. It's like you know how to, like, shift toxic behaviors within yourself. Let me see if this can focus a little bit more. You know how to shift toxic behaviors within yourself. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You're not out here trying to be so, I don't want to say not so emotional, but you don't like try to let certain things get the best of you. You don't let your emotions get the best of you and make you act in all kinds of like shifty ways, you know, like you have some and I was going to say this with the purple rose too, like you have some kind of like moral high ground, some kind of morality. This is something that you value to do, like where it's like, you know, I'm not going to engage in like toxic behaviors. It's just what I hear. I'm not going to engage in toxic behaviors. I'm not going to be sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, acting out. That's just how I word it for today. You're not out here trying to wild out on people. You'll definitely, if you are getting to the point where it's like, you know, there's too much, I don't know, what's the word, emotional turbulence, or like, you know, if there's just too much that is like nagging at you and it's just making you feel very like weighed down or like depressed, and I mean like from other people but also from yourself, like if you're engaging in stuff where it's like I'm kind of like putting myself into a hole, or I'm kind of encouraging a sort of depression, or I'm encouraging a sort of like, you know what I'm saying, stagnancy, or like slowing myself down in my life, like you will shift. Okay, you will shift how that works for you. Okay, that is what I'm mainly getting from Eight of Baskets. Like you will walk away from toxic behaviors because you don't want to be toxic. This is just what I hear. And that's going to be so funny once I get to the end of this message, because actually we'll kind of jump, okay, because Miss Robinson is typically the card that is like signaling bad behaviors or toxic behaviors, right? But not really, like in maybe like typical tarot she would be, but within this deck I definitely see this card differently. And you know, the story goes that, you know, Miss Robinson, this lady here, as you can see, it says, what is this, Bristol's funeral home, right? So the story goes that Miss Robinson was this lady who went to this church. Somebody was nagging at her, picking at her, you know what I'm saying, just kind of casting all kinds of like, you know, gossip and just being mean, you know, being nasty towards Miss Robinson. And Miss Robinson let her know, like, yo, if you keep messing with me, something's going to happen to somebody that you care about and somebody that you love. The lady did not listen. She continued to gossip about Miss Robinson. She continued to do, you know, she can't do nothing to me. She can't hurt me. She can't touch me. And Miss Robinson did what she said. She said, you keep messing with me, something gonna happen to your loved one. And so you see in this image, hopefully you can see in this image from Miss Robinson, she's sitting there holding the obituary of the person that of the loved one of the lady that continued to spread lies and gossip about her, okay, in front of the funeral home at that. So she's a lot more cunning. So that's why I said it was funny, because in the first card I was picking up, okay, you know how to walk away from these toxic like ways of expressing yourself, or you know what I'm saying, or these ways that, like, yeah, you know how to do that. And also there seems to be a kind of like acceptance of toxicity. I don't Spirit's kind of strange with that one, but there's like a know-how to, like, you know what I'm saying, if somebody pushes you too far, like you're not so high standard that you won't go there, okay, that you won't defend yourself, okay, you know what I'm saying, just because you don't engage, just because, you know what I'm saying, you may be chilling, you may be like, hey, that's a y'all thing, right, or that's not how I'm going to portray myself in this situation, or you know what I'm saying, that's I'm going to go about this in the most like peaceful way, the most easeful way that I can, because I don't want to get out of character. And I feel like it's almost like, you know, you don't want to get out of character because you've seen yourself get out of character, and it's not the greatest, it's not the fun spot to be. Not because you can't, but because it's just not, it's not well for you. Maybe it's not well for you to always be like that, or you just don't like it. You don't like having to be that kind of person. But you can. You can if you do that. And I think that's something to love about yourself, is like I said, like, you can go there, but you make the choices to not go there, and those choices are based upon, you know, what it is that you want for yourself, how it is that you want to carry yourself, how it is that you want to, you know, make an impact in the spaces that you're in. You really don't want to, like, you know, I feel like in some ways, like, the ways that you carry yourself, pile one, is like one where it's like, you know, if my name is on it, you gonna know who it is, or something like that. Like, my character is going to stand out. It's something along the lines of that. Like, you know, I if my name is on a sheet of paper, that's what I'm seeing in my head. Like, I'm seeing somebody like write their signature, and then I'm thinking about like branding and stuff like that. But like, and that's only funny because, you know, that if you know me, that's like my topic of interest right now. But I'm thinking about like branding, and if it's like, all right, if your brand name is your personal name, it's like, this is the standard that I have, or that I want my name to have the impact on, or something like that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I really do hope that makes sense. It's like you want to just, I don't want to say just stand out, but it's like you just want to be a person of good character. Yes, you can go there and you can get out of character and kind of do some things in the shadows to, you know, to make things go your way, or you know, you can just kind of be a little like I want to say manipulative. I don't know what I want to say here, y'all. I do, but it's like I'm hoping y'all get it from what I've already said, which is, you know, you want your name on this sheet of paper. People say your name in a room. Your impact is your impact, and it's an impact that you've intentionally created by, you know what I'm saying, standing in your peace, or, you know, maintaining yourself. However it is that you're doing that, it's like, oh, that's so and so, and people kind of know what it means to be around you, or, you know what I'm saying, you know how to be around yourself. Or, all right, I'm bad one. I'm bad one at this point, and I'll see if there's any other messages that want to come out. For pile one, I'm hitting the camera. I think that's such a lovely thing to love about yourselves, pile one. Whew, needed some water. Okay. And then bottom of the deck. Okay, so we got heaven sent, the perfection of your life, and shock of the new. Some other things that you can love about yourself is that I feel like you walk that way, and you know, you're intentional about how you're coming across. It's really not even about how you're coming across, but how you carry yourself. You know, like I said, you don't really want to have to get out of character. You know, it's just not somewhere you feel most peaceful in being at. Yeah, you don't feel the most peaceful, and you prioritize your peace in some kind of way, pile one. So it's like you want to just maintain yourself for the sake of yourself, so that you don't have to be in a very disoriented state, or that, you know what I'm saying, that you, like I said, that you can keep your peace. Let me move this stuff over. Okay, and I feel like you walk like this and you talk like this. And it shows in this card here. What is this? Heaven sent. And yeah, it shows in this card here that you walk like this and you talk like this because you got, like, you know that there is something on your head. That's how I want to say that. There's something on your head. You may have a calling in your heart, or you feel a calling in your spirit. You feel like you are called to do something, and you have a purpose, or you have something on your spirit that wants to get done, right? That you don't really have time for the foolishness. You don't have time to be constantly fighting people and battling people and proving yourself and doing all of that stuff all the time. You don't have the energy for that, right? And so pile one, that is something to love about yourself. That you answer that calling when you maintain yourself in that way. That yes, you answer that calling when you carry yourself in that kind of way. Okay, and then you got the perfection of your life here, and the shock of the new at the bottom of the deck. So with the perfection of your life, I just hear that I hear a few different things. I hear a few different things, right? That something to love about yourself is that I'm like, you take it as it comes. Okay. All right, spirit. Sure, you take it as it comes. Right? You take life as it comes. And I guess I can get that from the first three cards that we had down here. Too, is that you take life as it comes. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, you don't necessarily live so high and mighty that, you know, you ain't living at all. Right? You definitely involved in some stuff. You definitely got some stuff going on, pile one. You answer that calling in a lot of different ways, but all in all, like, I think that the first message of, like, keeping your peace is very important to continue to love about yourself. so that again you can continue to answer that calling and, you know what I'm saying, do the things that you do and be involved in the life that you live. And you know what I'm saying, I think like just like with shock of the new at the bottom of it, right, like growing and being encouraged to continue on and just, you know what I'm saying, discovering different parts about yourself. You discover all of the different options that are available to you. All of the different ways that you can strategize or, you know, present yourself, or, you know what I'm saying, what is this, hold on to yourself. Spirit is trying to talk in like poetry today, and that is why I'm continuously getting thrown off, because I'm like, y'all want me to romance these people. And I can do that, but y'all gotta prepare me. But yeah, it's like, take hold of your life, take responsibility for your life, and what, you know, in the ways that you can, right? And continuously like discover. I hear discover with shock of the new, but just be in that space as much as you can, right? I just keep hearing about how important it is for you, Pile 1, to prioritize your peace. How important it is for you to prioritize, you know what I'm saying, moving in peaceful ways. It doesn't mean that you won't ever need to use and be in this Miss Robinson energy. And that's where I get like this with the perfection of your life, like where it's like you take it as it comes. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna try to keep the peace. And if keeping the peace means I gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, knock some people off their square that's continuously like messing with me, or I have to, you know, face a challenge that is blocking a peaceful situation, you have the skills and the things to be able to do that, Pile 1. Okay? And so as you know, continue to love on this aspect of yourself, this part of yourself, you will continue to just see all of the, I want to say, miraculous ways and methods that you come up with. You know, you see different, I don't know, like a level of genius within yourself is what I hear, honestly. That's what I really hear. Like, you'll see how genius you are. Like, it's like, I don't know, I just see you like in the back, in the lab, like, oh, they didn't think I could whip this up real quick. Or I'm going to whip this up, because maybe you just in your element, or maybe you just like, you know, in this peaceful, relaxed state, right? You know, that's kind of where maybe this heaven sent energy comes in at as well, when it's like, you know, you're in that moment of flow, you're in that movement of flow and zen, or whatever the hell you call it, and like, you know, you're just cooking up some stuff, you're just making some stuff, and you know, you really just trying to mind your business like Miss Robinson was. You're just trying to really be, you know, mind your business, and like I said, take responsibility of your life. You're just trying to do you, essentially. And like I said, keeping up, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but you know, you being in that state, you know, is a presence within itself, and it creates all kind of opportunities, situations, and circumstances to show up in your life. And you know, like I said, you take it as it comes. As long as you maintain and you work to maintain that in every situation and circumstance, that peace, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you you discover so much about yourself, about life. And yeah, my Pile 1s. you know, that is something for sure to love about yourself, you know. And I think it'll help you, if you're not already feeling this way, right, to love the life that you live, love the life that you lead, and yeah, all of those things. Okay. Whew, Pile 1. That was a ride for me to go on. It really, really was. Again, Let me know, pile one, if like, you know what I'm saying, you in the space in the room. Let me know what y'all be cooking up back there. You don't gotta really tell me, but if you like, yes, I do be cooking up some shit in the back, and when I am in my peace zone and all of that stuff, like I be like, dang, that can happen. This is how the situation, it's like you get to see your impact in the space. So let me know like how being in that peaceful state impacts, you know, the situations that you're a part of, you know, or the circumstances or the relationships, whatever. Let me know in the comments, or like I said, you can tell me in the strawberry letter, or let a friend know. Let a friend know as well, y'all. Okay. um yeah, just let me know, or like it. Okay. All right, y'all, so until next time, on to pile two. Alrighty, pile two, welcome. Welcome, hello, hello. Messages on what to love about yourself. Pile one took me for a ride, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start this with some water. Ooh, pile one took me for a ride. But let's get off of that and be here with you, pile two. You chose the red rose. The red rose. Let's see if anything comes up just from there. Okay. Nope, they just want to get straight into the cards. Things to love about yourself. Pile. Pile two. I like these messages already. I like these messages already. This will be definitely something to switch up. Or to switch up from pile one. I'm trying to straighten these out. Alright. Pile two. Pile two. You kind of have a slightly similar message to pile one. But it's taking a different tone. And I promise you, I'm not just trying to bring piles one stuff in here, but maybe, you know, maybe both messages would be helpful to you. Okay. So here, the first thing I heard was the ability to heal yourself. And when I say that, it could be that, like, you know, you may go to healing kinds of things, right? Events, or you may participate in healing things, or just keeping up with the wellness in your life. But I hear specifically, like, you know, your, just like your spiritual wellness. I don't know how pile two engages and what y'all's relationship with y'all spirits are. Like, I ain't even saying like the spirits outside of yourself, I'm saying the spirit within yourself. I don't know what that relationship is, but it is coming up, right? Where it's like, you know, you also kind of like pile one prioritize your peace. But it's really like you prioritize healing. Okay, you prioritize, like, I'm gonna focus this a little bit. You prioritize your healing. Alright, I ain't gonna mess with this all day. Messes with it all day. But yeah, you prioritize your healing, pile two. Okay, and this could be healing from a few different things. Healing from the past. You know, you really try to not stay stuck in the past. I don't know why I'm feeling like there's another card under there. You really try to not stay stuck in the past. And even then, it's like, but you will still revisit the past. You have a good relationship with the past, right? Like, if things, you know, if you reflect on certain things that may have went sour in your life, it's like, it's not like you have to be like, it's all good, it is what it is. But, you know, you can revisit those things and maybe talk through those things and, you know, discover something else within it. Like, you have no problem thinking of the past even. Like, you have no problem with, like, you know what I'm saying, going back on your memory and considering things from a different perspective. Like, it's like always like, and then, like, you know, as you learn and grow in life, like, you yeah, as you learn and grow in life, like, you can look through, again, past situations and get new insights from them, or get other insights that you needed that you can use and apply to your life now, or share with others. You know, as they go through life and their circumstances or something like that, right? You may relate a lot to the past. So you may be one of those kind of people. And my dad is this kind of person where it's like, you know, you start talking to him about, you know, your certain situations, and you're like, back in my day, this and this is how we did this, and you know, actually, you know, and it may be like a story of like wisdom or something that can just give you some insight or whatever. But that's what I mean by like, you don't have a problem with tending to the past. Yeah, you know, I feel like that's a space that maybe offers a lot of healing to you. You may do a lot of reflection. You may do a lot of reflection, pile too. But that reflection helps you to be the more wiser. That reflection helps you to connect with yourself, and connect with the things around you. And you, like, I feel like you gain a lot of wisdom from it. And not all of it is like, I don't want to just like put this neat hat on where it's like everything, like I said, it's not just it is what it is, everything's all good. But like, you know, it's where you can recognize a mistake as a mistake. You can recognize, you know, something that shouldn't have happened, that happened, as what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can even sit with the hurt of those past moments and not feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like, yeah, you can sit with the hurt of those past memories or those past moments, and, you know, be open to whatever it is that you can learn from it, even if it's not the sweetest lesson to take with you, right? So I really, that's a lovely message, pile two. And that's such a beautiful message, pile two. That's such a beautiful thing to love about yourself, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's not for me to have an opinion on, but that's a beautiful message to channel. Okay, all right. I'm gonna move forward, and I'll just pull like maybe one or two more messages to see what your spirits may want to add about what you should love about yourself, or what to love about yourself. King of Stars, the Alchemist, the High Priestess, Intuition. Are we finished? King of Angels, Peaceful Warrior, and then the Divine Order, Equilibrium. So this kind of gets at what I already said, but in a different way. I just want to point out that in this deck, this is the Father of Knives. In this deck, this is the King of Angels. They are similar cards. They are the same cards, kind of, in the world of tarot, but obviously each deck will depict them differently, will represent them differently, but they are the same. So I think it's interesting that like two Father King cards of air came out, this being Angel, this one being Knives. Whew, okay, so like I said, this is similar to the message that I already gave, but with a little added extra. Like I said, it's similar to pile one, but not the same. Whereas, like, you know, like I said, with all of the things that you gather from your reflections and things like that, like, it helps you to lead a life with a lot more awareness, a lot more presence, a lot more intention. Okay? Okay? You take the things that you learn and you go out into the world and you apply them. Which is, like I said, similar to pile one. But in a very different tone. That's so interesting. But yeah, where you go out and you like, all right, I'm gonna do this thing. You're not afraid of life, is what I hear. You're not afraid of You know, you've heard some stories, you've seen some things, you've experienced some things, pile 2. Okay? And that hasn't made you more afraid of life. Don't get me wrong, you still got your fears, you still got some things that you're like, I ain't trying to deal with that. But it hasn't made you more afraid of life. It's just made you more intentional about the life that you live. Okay? Seems like you're very, very connected to yourself, pile 2. And that is something to love about yourself. You're very, very connected to yourself. You're very, very connected to your instincts. Like I said, because you engage with those stories, and because you engage in that reflection and in that constant pursuit of healing, or just, you know, even when I say healing, it's like that. It's like that pursuit of knowledge to know what to do in certain situations and not to do in certain situations. Like maybe even like an acceptance, something like that. But you have such a good relationship with that part of yourself, pile 2. It's like you go out and you see the world, and you see the world through your eyes, and you experience the world through your body. And that sounds so crazy, but I mean it though. Like you're very, very present with your life. And it's like your instinct, I won't say your guard, but like your instinct, your awareness is all the way up and all the way turned on, you know. And yeah, like you in there. That's just such a beautiful thing to love. And because of that, you inspire people, you inspire others. I feel like you often inspire yourself, pile 2. You inspire yourself to do better, to be better, to engage in a more, like I said, in a more present way, in a more intentional way. You inspire yourself to just live life each day to the best of your ability, with the best of your knowledge, to the best of what you know and have reflected yourself to know, to be capable of. Okay? And yeah, which is like, I was gonna try to divine from the rose earlier, but the rose messages are like coming in at the very end. And with this red rose, it's like, typically red roses are symbols of like passion, you know, that kind of thing, pile 2. And so the fact that the passion of like, you know, how you live your life is coming up as the thing that you need to love about yourself is, it's just so on point. It's just so on point. Okay, so yeah, pile 2, I really do hope that was insightful. I hope that you continue to love that part of yourself. You know, if you like, yes, I do be living like this, again, validate me with a like at the very least. And even more so if you're bold, and I do want to hear your stories, and I do want to like read all of these things as well. Like, you know, share with me in the comments, or share with me through my strawberry letters, just the ways that you going and living your life, the discoveries that you're making about yourself, the things that you've healed through, whatever floats your boat. whatever caught your attention within this read, that you want to share with me. I am very open to hearing it and looking forward to it as well. All right, my pile 2, if this is the end, I will see you in the next video. Peace. All right, last but certainly not the least, pile 3. Okay, y'all chose this lilac, light purple rose that I painted. And like all the other piles, I'm just gonna get straight into it because they ain't been really wanting me to play around. All right, what to love about yourself, pile 3. See where that's landing on the thing. All right, so you got Son of Coins, Mother of Sticks, and 4 of Coins. All right, give me a second, because tarot is a little bit. All right, so I started to laugh because, yeah, Spirit really wanted to get these messages out to the people today because they really wanted y'all to know be be in yourself. You know what I'm saying? They want you to love on yourself so that you can feel empowered to continue forward, or feel empowered to, yeah, to continue. Sometimes I be trying to explain things and Spirit was like, that was enough. Yeah, so that you can continue onward, right? So Spirit is talking about a few things to love about yourself, pile 3. And this is funny. This is funny. We like how you're managing your money. Pile 3. You may be very careful about what you're doing with your finances or what you're doing with your resources right now. And Spirit is like saying, yes, thank you. That is a skill to have. Continue to do that skill or whatever. They know that you have some goals and some things that you want to do in your life. And they like how you are being very, this word strategic keeps coming up, but how you are being very strategic about your goals. How you are making plans, okay? How you are getting organized. Let me focus that. Yeah, how you're getting organized. How you're, maybe you setting up a budget, or maybe you setting up a calendar. I don't know. Organization can look so many different ways. But Spirit likes that. They like how you're managing your money. You may be pocket pinching. What is that? Penny pinching. A little bit right now. You may be a bit more strict than maybe you're used to, or whatnot around your money. But you're doing it for a reason. You're doing it because, like I said, you have these goals. You have these things that you want to do with yourself, these things that you want to do with your life. And Spirit is like, yes, continue to do that, my beloved. All right, continue to, prioritize that for yourself. Wow, pile 3, that was probably the quickest one. Y'all got a quickie message. Okay. So, yeah. I'll get some more cards to see if anything else wants to come out about what you should love about yourself, pile 3. But, okay. Ooh. All right. Now these, I see these cards, and I'm just going to give a bit of a warning that one of these cards, a few of these cards, may throw you off. Okay. It's throwing me off. It's a little triggering. Alright, pile 3. So you got the death card. Endless harm, inevitable. You got the third wheel card, and then you got okay. So, I hear a few different things. Okay. I'm just hearing the common phrase of, life be too short. Life is too short. So maybe you have experienced either like secondhand or yeah, maybe you've experienced secondhand or firsthand, right? The death of someone, right? Someone's life being cut too short, or someone, maybe even if the life wasn't cut short, but it's like, this person may have had like potential to do something. You don't have to know them personally. It could just be a death that you witnessed, that has made you start to reflect on this kind of thinking, or that encourages this kind of thinking of like, life is too short to kind of like not make certain things happen, right? Excuse me. Life is too short for me to be moving this camera around too many damn times. All right, but yeah, something maybe, like I said, a death has occurred very recently, or around you in some kind of way that has made you to be like, you know what, this is what I want for my life. You know what I'm saying? If this shit ends at some point, if, you know what I'm saying, if I gotta go at some point, there's some kind of like mortality thinking around this, and I ain't hating on it actually, but it's like, if I gotta go, if I gotta step off this bitch at a very unknown time, at a very, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to work diligently, moment to moment, with using what I can and what I got, to, in each step, in each moment, lead the life that I want to lead. That's been the message in like all three piles. It's, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to make sure that it's like living every moment to the fullest. Pile 3, living every moment to the fullest is your approach that I hear, is the part of yourself to love about yourself, is that you live, and you try to live in a way where you live every moment to the fullest. Okay? But also not in a very, I guess, like existentialist way, where it's like, okay, like, where like you're living morbidly, like I could go any second. It's like, you still, like, even though it's like, okay, it's not just taking it moment to moment. It's like, all right, I'm gonna live my life to the fullest with what I have each day, but I'm going to make plans. There's a step where it's like, you have some hope that okay. Alright, Spirit is saying too many things at once, because this is such a beautiful message, pile 3. I feel like I can learn so much from you, where it's like, you know, even though it is this attitude of like, okay, you know, all I have is this moment, all I have is this day, there's also an attitude that you figured out how to like make work with that with that understanding, to be like, but I'm also going to look forward to the life that I have to live even beyond this moment. I'm going to make, and you look forward to that by making plans, by strategizing, by, you know what I'm saying, maybe you, like, you know, you practice safety. Right? You're very safe, or you take the necessary precautions so that you can continue to like look forward to life. It's not just about like exhausting all that you have and taking all that you have in this moment and just like blowing it all. It's like, okay, I'm also going to plan ahead for myself, because I still see life for myself, and I'm going to take all of the necessary precautions and do all of the things so that I can continue to live as much as I can, as long as I can, and making and living that to the fullest in each moment. That's such a freaking beautiful message, pile 3. That's such a good one. Oh, this is why I love doing tarot. This is why I love being a medium and stuff like this, and doing this kind of thing, because it's like, I'm learning with y'all. I'm learning with y'all, you know. I'm glad to know that folks out here like this exist, and that Spirit wanted to pull up and offer y'all these messages with me. Okay? So, with this third wheel card, what I was getting from it mostly was that like this death situation is something that may not be so firsthand. Maybe something that, like I said, like you may like watch the news and see, you know, kind of yeah, see deaths and things like that, you know, may be like, oh, life is too short, like that kind of feeling. This can also be like, you may deal with a lot of distrustful situations, or like I said, there's like some kind of caution that you take, pile 3, and it's like as much as you know that life is too short, you know that, yeah, this is what I hear. You know that there's also some bullshit that comes with life, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know that people out here juking and jiving and doing all kinds of wild shit that, you know, they may try to bring you along for the ride. Okay? And I feel like y'all and pile 3 are like similar to pile 1 in a way, where it's like, I'm not going to engage with that because that's not where I want, that's not how I want to live. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not in my plan to deal with that, right? It's not in my plan to be involved in a 3-way kind of situation that I didn't sign up for. And this doesn't have to be like just love relationships. It can be like somebody else going through something and you don't want to be like, they're trying to involve you in some kind of way that is not appropriate, that's not helpful, that's not careful, right? That may be putting your life at risk. Even I feel like it's like on that level of severe. It's not that you're not helping people out or that you're not willing to help people out, but it's just like y'all trying to put me in some life and death situations. Y'all trying to put me in some very drastic stuff, but that's not how I want to live my life. And that can kind of come up with this 4 points too, like I said earlier, where you like might be penny pinching. And that's with money, but that's also with like your time. That's also with your, like, you know what I'm saying, your resources, your presence, right? You could also be like, I'm not going to engage with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to just be fooling around with the foolishness. Okay? Okay. Yeah. You can just be moving all back and forth and all sides of the chaos and stuff like that. And this doesn't mean that every situation that you're moving through pile 3 is toxic. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that you know that it comes with the game of life. That some situations be on some stuff that you're not really trying to be a part of. Some people be on some stuff that you don't really need to be a part of. And I feel like there's a level of caution that you engage with. A level of caution and how you live your life. And that's something to love about yourself. Because like I said, that level of caution is you doing your best to preserve your life. And when I say preserve your life, it's like, like I said, you want to live as long as you can, doing the things that, would continue to make you want to live. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't include all of this riffraff that that may be going on, that I don't feel like it's just going on around you. I feel like there may be like some kind of pull, like, hey, let's include pile 3 in this mess, or like let's have, you may just have some things grabbing at you is what I see. But you still being cautious, you working to, have some safety and some life preserving ways of doing your life things is something to continue to love about yourself. Okay? Pile 3, it brings a lot of what I hear in this last card, right? Stability brings in harmony and it brings in acceptance. Alright? So, yes. With that pile 3, again, like, I hope that was very, very helpful to you. That was very helpful to me, honestly. I'm very inspired by you, pile 3. Share with me if you would like to, some of the ways, just some of them, whatever you feel is best. The ways that you practice that safety, the ways that you practice loving on yourself in this way. The things that you stay out of. Share with me your thoughts on, I don't know. I'm very intrigued and interested in how you take up the practice of preserving your life. And that you know what I'm saying, I'm very interested in that. I'll just leave it at that. I was gonna expand on it. I told you I'd be wanting to explain, and Spirit be like, you said enough. So yeah, definitely so. And if any of this was like, yes, I could, I really do be trying to get my plans together. Let me know. You know, I don't know. Part of it, I started to see like having the fire escape plan or like having the emergency, the first aid thing in the corner, like you ready to go, like you got protocols and stuff in place to, you know what I'm saying, maintain your safety and preserve your safety and your life and stuff like that. So I'm curious. Let me know. I just got CPR certified, y'all. So I'm honestly very curious. Um, give me your if you're in a dangerous situation or if you're in this situation, what to do. Give me your emergency escape routes and plans, Pile 3, because I know you got them. I know you got them. If you ever in a pinch and you like, tell me. Please tell me, Pile 3. And you can do that in the form of posting it in the comments, or you can share with me in my strawberry letters that are linked in the description box. All right, y'all. I'm tired. And so with that, I hope that this was helpful once again, and peace.